Now Goff on first down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's been tough sledding on the ground, but after that first down pickup, they've got to gain a little bit more confidence and feel good about starting a new set of downs, trying to move the ball.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground, but every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Goff on first down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Goff. That's complete to Laporta. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
A nice grab by Laporta. That's something he did a lot of throughout his remarkable rookie campaign. And saw him earn all-pro honors a season ago. Those wondering about a sophomore slump, worry no more. He's the real deal.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Lions have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Goff looking to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Rolling to his right. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And now another one thrown incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down. Play action. Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here we go. 1st and goal. Throwing again at Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. On the move to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. Puka Nacua, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 7. 2:11 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd and a yard. Goff. And that's caught by Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now it's gone. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Goff now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Here's 2nd down and 3. Goff. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Now Goff. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they'll accept that penalty. Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that flag accepted. Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Stafford now to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well,
Partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And partner, I love the word you...
Hey, wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. Oh, the metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised.
The players on your team earned XP.
Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you
Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Trust this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. They cut that confetti, I'm running through it. They clear that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, I sun and moonin'. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Trust this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. I'm so iconic.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The LA offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
Stafford is one of those quarterbacks who didn't get the credit he deserved for the majority of his career due to the fact he's playing on teams that often didn't make the playoffs. But that narrative emphatically changed when he changed his surroundings and won a Super Bowl with the Rams. He's had a few injuries in the intervening years, but now that he's fully healthy, he plans on getting his team back into the championship conversation.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive, INT. Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cooper Kupp high in the air to bring it in. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Seven 0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw, Ritter. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Kendrick.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Tyler Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. You look at this Arizona defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Here's Stafford. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ritter with another throw on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Darian Kendrick in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Third down and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Down the left sideline. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. (21-0) our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. First carry for James Conner. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Ritter. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From his own goal line, Stafford. A quick pass to Cup. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Now it's Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Again, it's Stafford. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Flush to his right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Again, it'll be Conner. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Ritter. And it'll be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. L.A. readies for its next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even
launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for L.A. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's mild. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams continue to pull away here in this first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of that. Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Ritter to throw on first down. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ritter on 1st and 10. Caught by Wilson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Ritter now. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This a 27-yard attempt here. Prater's kick is good, and they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you on out to our studios. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
56, Mike, 56 right now.
Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. An option handoff given to Connor. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Option left, and Ritter keeps it. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ritter off the play fake. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Ritter from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Ritter. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Excellent job defensively there from Kobe Turner.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Ritter will set up to throw it. A short one here, caught by McBride. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And the hand defense team for the Rams able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Play action. Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
Touchdown! Kyron Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are on their way to a 2-0 start. Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, so the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Stafford going to throw it. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
No question about it. Nakua took the NFL world by storm a year ago. What a beginning. And it continued throughout the season. The former 5th-round pick ends up breaking the rookie record for most catches and yards in a single season. He's clearly a major asset to the Rams offense, and head coach Sean McVay will continue to use him in great situations.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Stafford. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Being chased out left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Ritter back to throw. And this will be swung out here for counter. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Ritter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So the LA...
We always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer at...
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium.
Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now Jackson on first down. He's able to find Wallace. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That was a corner blitz, and it was Kyler Gordon getting in there for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they need.
Touchdown, Bears! Keenan Allen from 13 yards out. And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They'll run for it with Henry. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Going deep here for Allen. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Keenan Allen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Ravens on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now looking deep here for Flowers. That is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rome Odunze, 46 yards. And the Bears are able to widen their advantage. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. Flushed out right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Kyler Gordon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They go play action with Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Oh, wide open, complete. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. One, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now it's Swift. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. To the air on 3rd down is Williams. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. This just 32 yards officially from the... And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. Jackson. And bulldozing his way through. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Ravens get a bit closer. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense, no matter who they put on him.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Chicago offense set to get started. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Jackson now. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. To throw is Jackson. A final shot before break. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Final shot before break. Williams. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime with it. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Tucker now out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Williams. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this returnable for Sims. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. And
this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. He went swinging for the fences on that play. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but, boy, they're set up pretty now.
Okay, that play just happened. Let it go. Time to defend the goal line, bring some all-out pressure, and try and knock them back.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Looking to throw is Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet from 19 yards away. And the Bears have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Williams going to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They'll run. It's Henry. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to set. He's short of the line 9 to gain.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot. So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only one timeout. Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams.
Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens 1st down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Henry. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. They go play action now. Jackson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Williams. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On second down, Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Chicago! Rome Odunze, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. And this is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace, 53 yards. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Williams to try again on 2nd and 10. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
To the air once more. Williams. Touchdown. Keenan Allen from 13 yards out. And the Bears are once again back in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he? I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
here come the Ravens. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deeper routes, and then let the tight end just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a first down.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many. How many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 8, 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Oh, good move. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Throwing, Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Swift going to try up the middle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second down and 4. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Still third down. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Once again, it's Swift. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. This is 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here's 2nd down. One last shot for Jackson. This to possibly force OT. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.